Good evening and welcome to the Gothic Bohemian Salon. This is Jwlhyfer. I wanted to talk very briefly about a little problem that myself and many other people face, and that is dealing with an illness called ME, myalgic encephalomyelitis, otherwise known as chronic fatigue syndrome, also in concurrence with that, fibromyalgia. These are two greatly misunderstood illnesses, chronic illnesses, that affect many Americans and people all over the world, of course. There's even some evidence to suggest that many of us who've been diagnosed with ME and fibromyalgia, in fact, may have Lyme disease, chronic Lyme disease, which is beginning to be accepted as an epidemic worldwide. I've heard some really scary stories about that. I have no idea whether I have Lyme disease or not, and I'll probably never find out. Because of the way the medical establishment has been hounded by insurance companies and the board of medicine, or whatever it's called, the people who certify physicians. They don't want to lose their licenses for practicing for practices outside of common guidelines, which is what they often have to do with people who have chronic Lyme disease. Now, I was diagnosed, like I said, with fibromyalgia and ME, and these are two of the most debilitating illnesses known to man. The suffering of a ME patient can be the quality of life can be as bad as an AIDS patient in the last few days of their lives, the last few weeks of their life. And that's pretty intense. You can end up bedbound, in constant pain. All kind of stimuli is perceived by your brain as pain. So light, sound, scent can be excruciatingly painful. Even the littlest bit of light or the smallest sound. I actually have pain when air hits my face, like in a moving car or in a car that's been still, that's really overheated inside. I can't get in. I get sick. I have to air out the car and get in when the air isn't so hot and pressurized. There are a lot of brain problems as well. You lose your short-term and some long-term memory. You lose the ability to make new memories. You lose the ability to remember things that you used to do. Like for me, it was playing the harp and singing. Now, I used to be able to play about 9 pieces on the harp, on a big harp, not a classical harp, a big Celtic harp, and that's sitting in a case over in the corner because it's too heavy for me to lean it against my shoulder. It's painful. I keep it because someday I hope that I'll be able to play it again, and it's a beautiful object, and my father gave it to me for my birthday, and I love it. This little harp has been a godsend for me, though. It's allowed me to play and not have to worry so much about tuning and weight. It's a lot lighter, and as you can see, I can play one piece on it. I don't know if I play it well, but I can play it. This is a huge accomplishment for me, and I guess I just wanted to express what that was like to you. Somebody who's in a wheelchair now, I have given up some dignity in dealing with this illness. There's a lot of undignified things that go on and that you have to deal with, particularly if you have some of the stomach issues that people with ME can have. There's a lot of other illnesses that can occur with it. IBS, Hashimoto's, what's that other one? There's another really awful one. I can't remember off the top of my head. My memory is really bad. There was actually a time for a couple weeks where I couldn't spell my own name. And I know my name is difficult, but I've been spelling it for a very long time, and it's kind of ridiculous for me not to know how to spell my own name. And I couldn't remember anybody else's name. I actually have forgotten people that I knew completely. Really embarrassed myself by asking them questions like, or saying things like, well, you should try such and such, when they had done that, like, with me, something. I told somebody they should check out the Costumers Guild, and actually they turned out that they had come to some of the first meetings and that were held at my house, actually. So they were quite familiar with the Costumers Guild, and in fact intimately familiar with it, and I completely forgot this person who used to come to my house and knew it intimately and knew me. And that happens a lot. It's not like everybody says, oh, I forget things all the time, oh, I don't remember names. It's not the same. It's not the same at all. I forget how to spell tree, or even what a tree is, what the name for a tree is. That thing with leaves by the side of the road. You try to describe something. That brown thing with the things on it. Kind of ridiculous. Another one of the indignities is having a lot of your teeth fall out, just right out of your head. This isn't very nice. They stopped covering dental a few years ago, and it was that's probably the stupidest thing. It's probably one of the stupider things that the government has done here in California, is to stop providing dental services to people on SSI. Your teeth are in your head. Infections in your head can cause really big problems, and it's very short-sighted to not take care of people's teeth. I'm not sure what else I want to say about it. I guess I just wanted to remind you that the person that you see all the time, happy and having fun with Nipper and makeup and that seems to get around a lot, and everything. There's about 3 days out of the week that I'm in bed, flat on my back. I can only get out for 2 or 3 days of the week, maybe. The rest of the time I'm pretty much housebound, bedbound. I spend that time sleeping, my body clock is completely turned around so that I'm an insomniac. I can't sleep at night. I started sleeping with the light on for some reason. I'm not sure why that is, but I've been doing it for a while now. That doesn't help at all. Anyway, I'm happy to be able to play one song, and maybe sometime I'll sing for you. I used to be able to sing too, and I've lost my ability to do that. My muscle memory is gone for those two activities. I'm trying to get back. So if you know somebody with ME, chronic fatigue syndrome as it's known in the United States, or fibromyalgia, please take them seriously and try to help them if you can. Try to understand, be patient, and maybe we'll get somewhere with this disease. Thank you so much for joining me in the Gothic Bohemian Salon. Have a good night, and remember, embrace the darkness.